Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. I could not help myself. We're going to cast Shine versus Shinee. Shinee, the name of a Korean K-pop boy band. And Shine, you know, just shine bright like a diamond, right? Like it's a word referring to like light of some sort. You know, there was once a GSL group where the players in it were Flash, Shine, Biol, which means star in Korean, and there was... Who was the other one? I don't think it was Light. Light didn't really play in GSL, I don't think. But it was another Light-based name, right? And I just thought that was just killing me. The puns that were available were too high for that particular set of matches. But it's always funny to see it's like, oh, flashlight, or oh, light shine. I don't know why everyone names themselves after like what light is doing. I honestly don't get it, but yeah. A lot of people name themselves like hero and stuff. Yeah. Someone asked me in a YouTube comment lately, and I've said this plenty of times in interviews and stuff, but like, oh, how'd you get the ID Artosis? And for me, like when I was like about 16 years old, like the year 2000, I want to say, like I was a very arrogant teenager, believe it or not. And I was really liking StarCraft. I'm like, I'm going to be famous at this 100%. So I decided to make an ID where it would be not a real word so that no one else would have it, basically for branding purposes. And yeah, so I came up with Artosis, which was the first two letters from my original BattleNet ID, which was Archmage or Archmage-Danny. So I used to go by Danny when I was a kid, and I played Diablo 1 a lot before StarCraft. And then Tosis from this Korn song, Camel-Tosis, which was just one of my friends' favorite songs, which actually I don't like Korn and I don't like that song either, but I thought Artosis sounded cool. And I looked it up in the dictionary and it wasn't there, and I was like, all right, there you go. I will forever be the only one with this name, which is funny because eventually there actually a German band came out and named itself Artosis and took Artosis.com. And I was like, what? But I outlived them. They're gone. I'm still here. So yeah, a little bit of a bunker pressure here. I don't think he's going to get anything done against Shine. There's already 6 lings on the way, so should be fine. And this is not close enough to hit that. Anyways, that's a short history there. I thought I'd mention that because I see all these Korean pros name themselves basically the same 5 IDs over and over with all the same meanings and stuff. And it's like, well, this is not very good marketing. Anyways, branding is important. So Shine is chasing away the Marines. The Marine count is going to be too low to really do any damage, but it's forcing a lot of lings, so it is good in a way. Overall, I look at this position, I think it's... I guess I would call it... It should be slightly better for Shine, but I'm looking at it, and I don't know that 100% if that's the case, because he's made so many lings at this point. Way more lings than you need to bust a 2 Marine bunker. So, the reaction that Shinee got is, like, makes this kind of worthwhile. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a terrible position for him. I guess everything for Shinee is slowed down a little bit here, and he's doing like a 1-Rax Academy. He's hold positioning in SCV up here. He forced a lot of lings. The lings aren't going to be able to really get anything done. You can't attack into there. And the mutas are going to still be on time, basically, I think. Like, I don't think he missed the Spire timing or anything during this. So, yeah, maybe slight advantage Shine. But we shall see. It doesn't feel like that was necessarily going to be something that changes, forces someone to lose or win, basically. But yeah. So, well, I guess nothing really to see here for a moment while we wait for those mutas to be made. Shiny's just kind of recovering his position here, getting his eBay. His eBay, is this going to be just slightly late? No, it's going to be exactly on time. Basically, you have to start your missile turrets as the mutas are hatching. This is actually slightly closer, so he might be able to get some mutas if he just makes a beeline and doesn't group them up with the mutas from the main. He might get there just before turrets are done. It's possible, but no, he should start them just in time. So, yeah, perfectly timed out. Gets his single scan off. There at the natural. So he sees the mutas flying through and everything. Bunker going to be finishing, and he's hitting the missile turrets in the back just in time. He's going to need to put like 3 Marines in there and bring the rest up here to support, I think. By the way, like not a ton going on in this game so far. I do want to actually talk about these 2 turrets. So every time I apologize, you guys are like, no, we like the crazy nerdiness. So for a long time, a lot of people had like a turret here and then a turret like there because this turret blocks mining a little bit. But universally, the pros are now going 2 turrets stacked like that. This particular game, it's not working out because this one got canceled and it's hard to get an SCV back there. But the 2 turrets vertically stacked, slowing mining on these 2 patches, it's literally in the last couple of weeks, I've noticed this has become universal where no one is stifling this turret to there to keep this mining good on these 2 patches. So everyone seems to think that it's more important to have the turret more consistently firing at the mutalisks than to have better mining on those patches. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Sometimes when I say something out loud like that, I'll be more likely to reflect it in my own play. So hopefully tonight that's how I'll make my turrets. Okay, the mutas are doing insane damage right now. This group of bio is out there being a nuisance. A couple turrets on the way. 28 SCVs only against 18 drones. So like the economy on both sides is pretty weak at the moment. Shinee is not going to want to attack into 2 Sunkens here. Looks like he's going to send a Marine looking for this. Shine hasn't actually started that hatchery yet. Another little group of mutas there. He's a little bit all in. If you look at this, only 2 drones on minerals there. 1 per patch up here. Yeah, he's like basically just spending all of his money on mutas. And he's done good damage so far, and it's only 2 racks. So like if you're going to play only 2 racks like this, you probably just need to stay turtled in your base from this point on. Shine trying to get rid of that turret, doesn't quite get it. But yeah, 2 racks is not something you want to move out with because you can't keep that Marine count high. I think it's likely he'll go for... Oh, I thought he was going to go armory, but he's getting second gas, so he might actually go science vessel here. But he's floating the factory away, so if he goes science vessel and Shine actually goes into lurker, this is going to be a difficult game for Shinee. He's recovering his SCVs reasonably quickly. This drone is still alive and waiting up there for the hatchery. A couple more sunks being made here. Shine remains basically all in. He added a couple drones. Ooh, that's not what you want. Oh, that was painful. That was super, super painful. Loses 2 mutas and half health on a couple more from attacking into that bunker, unfortunately. I think it was just like a bad movement. Bad click. Okay, he just canceled something there. The size of it was either a depot or a turret. I think it was a depot. Looks a little too big for a turret. Okay, science facility gets started, so he is going into science facility. He still has to remain really, really turtled. Yeah, Shine is getting a lot done, but I think, actually, if I was Shinee here, I'd be feeling okay-ish still. If you just do nothing but turrets and Marines and get vessels out that radiate, like, there is not a lot going on for Shine. He does not have a great economy. He's really trying to go for the kill right now. But to get the kill, like, the things against the kill are turrets at the barracks and this bunker. The bunker protects the natural from lings, and the turrets protect the barracks from the mutas. You can see, though, he's, like, pretty close to getting that starport, too, isn't he? I don't think he can quite get it, though. Ooh, we heard an Overlord die. A little bit sloppy there. Third hatchery goes up. Let's call it Nexus. Science facility is done. He's getting a radiate. He's getting that very important science vessel. He really needs to get a couple vessels out here. That, like, if he gets this vessel out, like, Shine is very close to dead right now. If he gets the starport, I think he'll actually win if he gets the starport. Because he's pretty unbreakable at that point. It's going to be so long before there's splash out. Oh, my God. Can he do it? No. Can he? Oh, my God. One more. Come on. No. Oh, my God. He got that down to like 20 health. Oh, my God. I got chills on my arms and my legs and my cheeks. That is crazy. That is crazy. Shine's dead now. Shiny's got it. Okay, it does. I don't think that matters. I don't think that matters. I think you actually should bring this over and land it. There's no reason not to land your factory at this point. Okay, so we're gonna... Yeah, he's starting to starport here, starting extra barracks here. Oof. There's just not a lot left here for Shine. He's still making mutas. Has nothing else going on. There's no Hydralisden or anything. The third base is really the only thing that gives him some semblance of hope. That and the fact that the production is so low. But Shiny is not going to be breakable. He's got a lot of missile turrets. He's sitting behind everything. He's going to have irradiates every, 75 seconds or so. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really hard to imagine a world in which Shine can make this work. Whereas, the funny thing is, if he kills the starport and the vessel doesn't get out, look how long it's going to take for a vessel to come out at this point. His mutas would have retained value, and he would have been able to get into lurkers. Here, I think that there's very clearly to me, he's going to scale up his production. He's going to have a lot of bio on the map. He's going to have lots of vessels, and everything is going to be too slow for Shine at this point. It's crazy that we actually came down to whether or not the starport was killed. That it is so rare to see a game that looks like that. Like, you can see, imagine if he didn't have a vessel here. Like, these mutas just go hog wild. He's getting drones and lurkers behind, and like you just can't break anything. You don't have enough marines. But the whole game is completely changed by getting the vessel out. Like, look, it's already got 5 kills. How crazy is that? From 1 irradiate. Makes all the difference. Now he's got another. Let's get the right muta. Ooh, right in the middle of the pack. Oh, that was a smooth pullout from Shine. That was really good. That was really good. There's an art form to irradiating in the middle and pulling out. Okay, the mutas pull back. Really, really effective science vessel so far. Hive is on the way. If Shine turns this into something... Oh, wow, he has 2-2 coming. If Shine turns this into something, that's going to be really impressive. I can't see it. Ooh, he gets a vessel. Really, really good. Well, that's the start, right? He killed a vessel. You keep that irradiate count down. You can actually start to stack up some lurkers and maybe get into a 4th base. But look at this. He's actually going into battlecruiser already. That's crazy. What am I seeing here? What a different looking game. By the way, this vessel leading that far is so dangerous. That is so dangerous. If there were any Scourge in the vicinity, that thing would be picked. This is Shine just trying to buy some time. Shine is very good at buying time. He's going to get busted, though. This is just not going to be enough. Oh! Radiate in the middle. Nice. Yeah, you may as well go back and kill these eggs. If those mutas hadn't come up, he would have busted everything easily. Mutas just barely saved him, and now he's down to 4 mutalisks. So much bio on the map at this point. 1 battlecruiser on the way. Really interesting that he wanted to go to battlecruisers this quickly. Really interesting. I totally didn't expect that, but actually, now that you mention it, I remember. Oh my God, I just got chills. I remember there was this game from Flash I saw years and years and years ago that stuck with me. where I think it was flash. It could have been light. Anyways, who it was doesn't matter all that much. But it was on Polypoid. And, okay, so GG, yeah, he breaks it. Not a big surprise there. We knew that was going to happen. It was on Polypoid, and it was like similar spawns to what we see here. And what happened was, I think he went like 2 vessels into Battlecruiser real quick and just flew them over because it was so close. And on Polypoid specifically, the gas hits the outside. So the 2 Battlecruisers flew over and just denied the gas. And so I was looking at this and I'm like, wait, 2 fast Battlecruisers. Is that because the distance here is so short? The Battlecruisers can just fly over and like deny a ton of mining? And maybe the gas mining as well? That's really interesting. What a cool idea. But yeah, that was one of the more creative things I ever saw done with the Battlecruisers in the matchup, was getting 2 very quickly to deny a gas because of where the gas was sitting in relation to where your base was in particular spawns on a map. I thought that was super, super cool. Anyways, entertaining game for sure. The fact that it all came down to the mutas, whether they could kill this. Because look, he broke him and everything, but if he didn't have irradiates, man, this whole, like, Shine would have won if he had killed this starport. Oh, like, not 100%, but he would have been really well ahead. Let me know what you think, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time.